Good morning, watch nerds. As usual, welcome to my channel and welcome to my review of the Karl Leimon Classic Field Watch. Karl Leimon, despite the name, is a Japanese micro brand and was started by a couple of foreign students. In fact, the watches have got a Japanese movement and are hand-built in Japan. I watched Kieran's review over at Top Tier Ticker and he wasn't that keen on the name. I don't have an issue with it, and believe me, I'm pretty funny about brand names. It's all subjective, I suppose. That said, I don't understand why they used a European name when a Japanese brand name would have sufficed perfectly. And welcome to my unpaid and unsponsored review of the Karl Leimon Classic Field. So let's get the price out of the way first. Order direct from their site. You're going to pay $550 or £407 for one of these, and that includes free worldwide shipping, but you may have to pay additional tax or duty depending on the country you reside. Whether or not you believe that's good value for money is down to you, but you're going to have to watch this video first before you make your minds up. What I will say is that the very fact it's built in Japan and not China does add a premium to the cost. For what it's worth, I picked up this excellent used one for less than half the full price, but that's microbrands for you. It came in this rather generic but nice quality box, and inside were some instructions that nobody ever reads and a 2-year warranty card. And just a quick wrist check, this is my watch of the day. It's the Erebus Origin 38. So as usual, let's have a look at the dimensions. The case is 38mm, although the bezel is about 1mm smaller than that. The lug width is 20mm. The depth is a nice slender 9.7mm, which includes a flat sapphire crystal with AR coating. And the lug to lug is 46mm. Now on the supplied strap, it weighs about 70 grams. Allowing the watch to tell you the time is the automatic Miyota 9039, which is the undated version of the 9015. I can't tell you how many watches I've had this in, but what I can tell you is that it's ultra reliable and if regulated correctly is very accurate. Now it ticks away at 28,800 beats per hour, it hacks, it hand winds, and it's got a power reserve of about 42 hours. Now some people moan about a noisy unidirectional rotor, but it's something I've never noticed when it's on the wrist. Now let's see what this one looks like on the time grapher. There we are, all quite respectable, a decent beat error, a good amplitude and a very good rate. The large 6.5mm sign crown is nicely milled and as expected operates the movement perfectly. I should add that the 9000 movement is always a very nice movement to hand wind. It screws in to aid the claimed 100 metres of water resistance and the engagement is okay but a little bit gritty. Now it came on this rubber strap, although as you can see it won't be living on it. It's nicely made and it's comfortable, but it doesn't have quick release spring bars and I'm not really sure if a rubber strap suits a field watch. Unfortunately, the brand don't offer a bracelet alternative, which I find a bit unfortunate. Now I've decided to put it on this one and I believe it looks perfect. Now here are a few alternatives from my spare strap box. What do you think? The case finishing is excellent, with downturned lugs meaning it fits well to the back of the wrist, but I do feel it could have had a slightly shorter lug to lug. The top of the fixed bezel is brushed, then it leads down to a beveled side of the bezel, which is polished along with the tops of the lugs, giving the watch quite a dressy feel. The sides of the case are horizontally brushed, which I believe is the correct decision for what I would consider a dressy utility watch. The case back is quite plain, it screws down, it's brushed, and it's got some basic information engraved around the sides. Now sorry about the plastic, but I've left it on just to preserve the case back for a little bit longer. The watch comes in 3 different colours, and with two different dials. This one obviously being the lovely sunburst green. Here are the other two colours. Now the other option has got painted indices and it looks completely different, although every other aspect of the watch is exactly the same. So as you can see, all the indices on this option are applied, with the 12, 3, 6 and 9 index as numerals and the remainder as batons. At the top it's got the logo with Karl, Leimon and Classic Field printed below that. In my opinion, that's one row of text too much, and the Classic Field text, well, I think that could be removed. Above the 6 o'clock it reads automatic, with the water resistance immediately below. Either side of 6 o'clock it reads Japan made. Look carefully though, and you may see that the 1 o'clock index doesn't align perfectly with the 1 o'clock marker above it. Funnily enough, the picture of this one on their site is exactly the same. It's no great deal, but perhaps the QC department may want to take note. Have a look yourselves. The markers above the indices, the syringe hands and the indices themselves are filled with some sort of blue loom. Now this may be BGW9, but it's not actually stated on their site, which by the way I'll leave a link to below. Anyway, the loom lasts most of the night and it's excellent, although the hands don't last quite as long as the indices. And here's a short degradation video of it. So what do I think of the Karl Leimon Classic Field Watch? Well, as mentioned, I'm a little bit disappointed it's not available on a bracelet. There is the slightly misaligned index, and I think it's got one line of text too many on the dial. But other than that, I like just about everything else. I love the fact it's a dressy field watch. I think the dial is gorgeous. The case finishing is excellent. And of course you can't go wrong with an IOTA 9000 series movement. The question is, would I recommend it? Well, if you're happy to pay the additional premium for the fact it's made in Japan, yes I would. For me it's a nice alternative to say a Hamilton or a Seiko, and in my opinion you're going to be getting better value for money. So thanks for putting up with me, and you'll be pleased to know that that brings me to the end of this review. If you've enjoyed it, please make sure you click on the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, leave your comments below, and as usual, enjoy the rest of your day.